Hello, I want to welcome you all to this tutorial. I'm super excited that you are here. It's Miye's Graphics Creativity Academy, and in this tutorial video we will be designing an invitation card, a wedding invitation card. So let's go now. The first thing I'll be doing now is I'll be deleting this new text. I'll be deleting the new text. Okay, so after that now I will be creating the size of our document by coming over here, by clicking on the three dots here and clicking on image size. So I'll be changing just the width to 988, as you can see. Okay, now this is the size which we'll be working with. So now the first thing to do now is, after changing the sizes, to change the background by coming over here. Down here you can see, yes, click on that and click on from gallery. Just click on from gallery. So now I'll be choosing the image, the color of the background I want to use. So this is a particular background I want to use for this one. So let me just crop it like this, then click on this. Now you can see the background we have for this. Now, having done that, the next thing to do now is to bring in the first image or template I'll be using for this by clicking on the plus icon here and clicking on from gallery. So the first one I'll be making use of is yes, this particular one. Okay, click on this. So bring it. So after that, you come over here, you can see, and click on the relative size. Just increase it, make it 100%. You can see what we have. Now the next thing now is to bring in the other image or template I want to use from gallery, and just click on here. This is it. Okay, so relative size, increase it like this. Okay, so having done, let's pin these two down so that don't get distorted, So the next thing now is to input our tests. The text we want to use for this are tests. By coming over to the plus icon here and clicking on text, edits. Okay, so let's type something together with your family. Okay, the tests. Now let's reduce the size of these tests. Let's just leave it like this for now, and let's change the font of these tests. Let's change the fonts, make use of this font, and the font I want to make use of now for this particular test. Let me see, it's my fonts. Let me see the font I'm making use of. This is the font I want to use, Rasa Regular. Okay, click on OK. You can see what we have now. Now the next thing to do now is let's position this text. Let's position the text. Let's position the text like this. Okay, let's position the text. Okay, having done that, the next thing we do now is we'll be bringing in okay, the next thing now is to bring in the under text. So come over to the plus icon, click on text, edit. So just type something, Williams. Okay, so come over, let's change the font of this text as well. Come over to fonts, and the font I'm making use of is my font. The font is font I want to use for this is yes, this particular font. I just press regular. Okay, so you can see what we have. So let's increase the size of this text. Let's increase the size. Okay, this text as well, I think we need to increase the size of this text as well. It needs to be so visible. The size of the text. Do something here. Okay, so I want to make it like this. Then come over to align middle. Yes, I think it's very cool like this. So now we can adjust it like this. Okay, so now let's put this up. So now let's duplicate this particular font. Duplicate, edit, then just come over here and put and this. Okay, so let's just move this down here. Okay, so after that, now let's copy this as well. Let's edit, line. Okay, this is the next test now. You can see what we have now. So having done this, the next thing now is coming over to test again. So edit, widen. Okay, so let's change the font of this test. The font of this test. So the font I want to make use of is this particular font, Open Sans Bold. Okay, you can see what we have now. So let's increase the size of this text. Let's increase the size. Let's adjust this up. Let's increase the size of this text. Okay, so now the next thing now is to, you can see it's becoming more beautiful. So now the next thing we do now is to bring in another test again. But the test will be okay. Let me delete this. I want to duplicate this test, so because I'll be using the font, same font as this. So by coming over here and click on copy, so now let's edit it. Okay, let's say requests the player of your company at the celebration of the union. So you can see. Okay, this is the test now. So the next thing now is to reduce the size of this test. Let's see what we have now. So just expand it like this. Expand it here with your hand. This is where I'm expanding it. Let me show you this. You can see here I'm expanding by just adjusting this. You can see. Okay, so now expanding like that. Okay, so I think it's cool like this. Let's just bring it down like this. circle here. We can as well reduce the size a little bit. Okay. Okay, we are still going to adjust the text. I'm still just trying to input the text. So after that, now is to come over here, this wedding. So let me copy this wedding font and edit it. I'll be inputting the dates now. February 1st, 2022. That's 9 o'clock. Just say first of. So let's reduce the size of this particular text and let's just expand it like this. Okay. So after that, now the next thing now is to let me duplicate this text. Duplicate, edit, what God has joined together. Let's put so now you can see what we have. So let's reduce the size of this text as well. This is the size. Let's expand like this. Okay, so let's just come over to align and align to the middle. Okay, let's bring down. So let's reduce the size. Let's reduce the size. Okay, let's reduce the size. Let's just adjust it like this. Okay, yes, it's quite cool like this. It's quite cool like this. Let's just increase the size a little bit so that a little bit. Okay, now let me let me duplicate this and edit. Okay, let me just leave it like that. Let me leave it like this. I was thinking of writing another thing, but let me just leave it like this for now. Now the next thing now is let's adjust this text properly. All these text, let's adjust them properly. First of all, let me increase the size of this. I want to increase the size of this a little bit. A little bit like this. Okay, then I still want to increase the size of this text. I want it to be very, very bold, visible, So now this is very, very much cool. Let me just leave it like this, and this as well, like this. Let me bring this down a little bit. Bring this like this. Oh, so there's something I still want to bring from gallery. I still want to bring in something from gallery. Yeah, which is this. Okay, you can see. So we're using this now. See what we have here. Okay, let me just adjust it down a little bit. Okay, okay, let me click on the wedding as well. Wedding, I want to adjust it as well. Okay, so yeah, I think it's cool like this. And the next thing to do now is to come over here, click on this text. So I'll be adding texture to this. I'll come over to texture. Yeah, click on here and I'll be choosing a particular image I want to use for the texture. This is the image. So just click on it like this. Let me see this. Yes, it's very, very cool like this. Okay, so next one is this wedding. Make sure you're selecting the wedding. You can see wedding, and let's add texture to it as well. Let's add texture to this as well. So texture, let's see this. Let me see how this will look anyway. Yes, okay. Okay, so now let me add texture to this as well. Texture to this as well. As you can see. Yes. Okay. Now you can see. So you can make adjustments anyhow you feel like, so that we can have a proper one here. I think this is cool. Oh, this is just a simple wedding invitation card. A simple wedding invitation card. So just think it's cool like this. Now the next thing now to do is to save this. We'll be saving this now by coming over here. You know how to save, right? Yeah, save as image. So basically, this, if you'll be printing this, if you design it on Pixallab, I'm still going to be talking more on this later. You'll be saving it as PNG instead of JPG. To be on PNG so that you can have proper printing. So come over to the dimension and make it ultra, save to gallery. So now the our invitation card has been successfully served. It has been successfully saved. You can see how beautiful it is. So thank you very much for watching this. Thank you very much for watching this. See you next time. Bye for now.